This is Data Jockey, machine learning for Victorian racing. Race 2, Moe, Tuesday 21 July 2026. All right, let us get straight into it. Here is what the model is saying about Race 2 at Moe in brief. Two selections on the board. Mighty Mystic carries the place selection, the model's strongest read for this race. Galactic Girl sits in the same race multi only as the top four leg. So the short version, Mighty Mystic to place, multi combining both for the value angle. Worth staying for the full breakdown though, because this race has some genuinely interesting detail behind it, and the reasoning matters more than the headline. 9 runners in Race 2 at Moe today, with the top 3 paying a place dividend. Right away the model is flagging something worth your attention. Its top selection is not the market favorite. That signals the model has found value the market is underpricing, which is the exact situation this approach is built to identify. 2 selections today, a place pick plus a same race multi-option, combining both. As always, no forced selections here, only genuine value gets a tip, and today the data clearly supports 2. That is a meaningful signal in itself, given how often the model finds nothing worth covering at all. Let us break them down properly. Before I get into the picks, a quick word on how this works, because it is genuinely different to anything else you will find in the tipping space. The selections come from a machine learning model that continuously learns from Victorian racing results. Every single race meeting, every result, every finishing position feeds back into it. This is not a set-and-forget system. It is live, it is learning, and it gets sharper with every race run in Victoria. Now here is the part that really sets it apart. Most tipsters, most models out there are chasing the winner. I made a completely different call. This model was built from the ground up to find place finishers, horses that hit the top positions and pay a place dividend. That is a fundamentally different problem to finding the winner, and it demands a completely different approach. The model weighs up dozens of variables across the entire field at once. Things that interact with each other in ways that no human analyst could ever track manually. Pace, distance, field composition, historical patterns, how each horse matches up against these specific rivals on this specific day. All of it simultaneously. That is the power of building it this way. If you want to go deep on the methodology, how the model was actually built, what it looks at, how it was trained, the link is in the description below. Check it out when you get a chance. But for today, I have got Race 2 to get through, and the model has some strong opinions. Let us get into the picks. On to pick 1 for Race 2. The model's top selection here is Mighty Mystic, currently 3rd in the market, not the favorite, not the horse drawing the market's attention, just one the model rates well above where it is currently priced. That mismatch is the whole basis for the selection. I want to be upfront about something, since I think it is more useful than pretending otherwise. There is no single clean reason the model has chosen Mighty Mystic. That is genuinely not how the system works. It does not rely on one factor like a strong record at Moe or a preferred distance, the kind of reasoning a standard form guide leans on. The model takes a different path entirely, weighing dozens of variables at the same time. Track conditions, distance, field size, who else is racing today, historical patterns built from thousands of past Victorian races, all considered together, surfacing connections that are simply invisible to manual analysis. That is intentional. A one-sentence explanation would mean the model was unnecessary. What actually counts is this. The market has Mighty Mystic at 3rd in the market. The model places it first for Race 2. That difference between market price and model confidence is where the value lives, and identifying that gap is the model's entire job. It does not matter whether the market eventually catches up or not. By the time it does, the value has usually already gone. Built specifically around place finishers rather than winners, a top ranking here means this horse fits the historical profile of horses that finish in the places, not necessarily the historical profile of horses that win outright. A different way of approaching the problem altogether. Mighty Mystic for the place, a top 3 finish in a 9-runner field, is what the model is backing for Race 2. For entertainment purposes only, please make your own informed decision before placing any bet. Pick 2 is Galactic Girl, currently 2nd in the market, a different style of selection to pick 1, Worth clarifying up front. The model views Galactic Girl as likely to finish in the top 4, but is not confident enough for a top 3 finish on its own. That distinction is the whole point here. The data falls short of supporting a standalone place selection on Galactic Girl, but it clearly supports the top 4 role inside the same race multi. It can sound like a minor technicality, but in a 9-runner field, it is anything but top 3 pays a place dividend, 4th pays nothing. So backing Galactic Girl as a standalone place selection is not what the model supports. Its value lives in the multi-combination. Put simply, the model is saying Galactic Girl belongs in this race and matches the shape of a top 4 finisher in this field, while a top 3 finish specifically remains less certain. The multi only needs top 4. Mighty Mystic in top 3, Galactic Girl in the top 4, that is the model's combination for race 2. The same race multi for race 2, Mighty Mystic as a top 3 finisher, Galactic Girl as a top 4 finisher. Check your wagering provider for availability on this market. Now, before you consider placing it, something worth being clear about, because it is easy to get this confused. These are 2 completely different bet types with completely different probability profiles. They are not interchangeable, and they are not equally likely to land. The place selection on Mighty Mystic is the higher probability option. The model is more confident in that outcome. Lower return, yes, but a stronger chance of landing. That is where the model has the most confidence for race 2. The same race multi is the longer odds option. Both legs need to land, Mighty Mystic in top 3, Galactic Girl in the top 4. Lower probability than the place alone. But the return if both land is meaningfully better. You do not have to consider both. The place selection on Mighty Mystic is where the model has the strongest signal. The same race multi is there for those who want to explore the longer odds option. Whatever you decide, go in with a clear understanding of what each bet requires. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please make your own informed decision. For anyone following the full card, every race gets its own video, and they are all in the playlist Live Before Race 1. Worth a look through the other races to see what else the model has flagged today. A place multi combining several selections is something some punters build themselves. Check with your wagering provider on how that is structured. Make sure any decision you make is your own, fully informed. Important reminder too, always check for scratchings before placing anything, since they can change a race entirely on the day. The model's place selection for race 2 is Mighty Mystic. The full card is waiting in the playlist. If you are not subscribed yet, this channel covers every Victorian meeting, every race day, and every selection comes at no cost. Nothing locked behind a paywall here. And that is race 2 Moe done. The place selection is Mighty Mystic, with the same race multi-combination sitting at Mighty Mystic top 3 and Galactic Girl top 4 for anyone chasing the longer odds. Results are tracked and posted publicly every week without exception, every good week and every bad one included. That ongoing record, built up week after week, is the fairest way to judge whether this model is genuinely worth following, rather than taking any single claim on faith. As always, this is purely for entertainment purposes. Please make your own informed decisions and gamble responsibly. See you in the next video.